All right, what's up, Astroheads, and thank you for tuning in to my Ride With Me series. Today is all about Gemini. So I have Miss Alexis here, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have a conversation about some Gemini traits, you know, confirm or deny what the stereotypes are about Gemini for everyone to get a good understanding of, you know, people and their traits. So we ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right. So the sign of Gemini, if you were born, I believe May 21st to June 21st.
Yep.
You are the sign of Gemini, the twins. A lot of people like to think, oh, the twins, that's because they have split personalities, but I think it's supposed to be the yin and yang, I guess, representation. And also I read that Geminis are able to just see both sides to a situation, and that's why they get that name. But so some of the Gemini traits, I saw you learn really quickly, and you're able to kind of jump in a conversation with others and share ideas. So confirm or deny, the first one is you're super smart and you're able to learn things fast and then teach it to others, and you like the attention that teaching someone else, the attention that gives you.
I would confirm that is totally me.
And I would even say that's true also, because I learned things a bit different. So, and we work together. So I was saying, like, when I got on the team, you were able to speak my language and be able to teach me and the way that I understand. Otherwise, I could figure it out. It's still, you know, it'll take me longer to figure it out the way I understand it if it's somebody that doesn't speak the way that I learn it. So I definitely know for you that you're able to speak how people understand. So what about being popular? Are you popular? Are you, wherever we go in the city or wherever you go in the city, you know someone?
I would say yes. I do make friends easy, and I know a lot of people from different groups. So I definitely think yes. I cannot go anywhere without knowing somebody.
I would confirm that too. If we have a team lunch or something, no matter where it is we go, you'll know somebody from that. And it could be because you get involved in a lot, right? A lot of different things, like outside of work, you're involved in a lot of different activities, and so the more you're involved in, you get to know a lot of people.
Yes.
What about, so one of the other things, let's confirm and deny, Geminis are gossips. They find themselves in the center of drama all the time. Even if it's not them that caused it, they're in it. Do you confirm or deny that?
I would confirm that. Whether I want it to be true or not. And that's recently something I found out about Gemini. And then I was like, oh, that's totally me. I like to know the truth. I like to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I do enjoy a little gossip, yes.
Okay, that's good. What about, so along with the gossip, or the Geminis can, you know, with the twin face thing, is it like, if somebody's talking to you, you say whatever because you're perceptive, very smart, you know what this person is saying because you can speak everybody's language. So do you just like gel with them in that moment and give them back what they want you to say, and then say your feelings later to somebody else? Or do you confirm and deny that when you're talking to somebody, it's when they walk away, you might say something different from what y'all talk about?
I definitely think I have a perspective of what others are feeling, and I like to, you know, gel with them. I don't know if I so much talk about it behind their back, but I might agree with the next person also.
Okay.
But I don't know that I I more want to find out what's going on than I do really like to talk about people behind their backs.
So it's more so of, I'm talking to you, we're getting the conversation, like I'm getting to the heart of what it actually is, so I can talk to both people in the situations, because you just kind of want to know what it is. So it's not about talking about people, you just want to, you know, figure out what it is, what's the issue.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, so, and that's the kind of stuff that I want to, I guess, get to the heart of, or confirm or deny. Like, even though we may come across in this way, here's why. This is what it actually is.
Yeah, because it's definitely not that I want to gossip, but I just like knowing both sides of the story.
Yeah, and you can relate, like you can actually see, so I can put myself and see where you're coming from. I can also see where you're coming from.
Yeah. And
this may be the truth that I derive from both sides, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
Geminis have intimidating, angry energy. You can come off really strong. You may overreact, but you can assess and apologize later. Do you confirm that?
I confirm that, totally. I do. Sometimes my initial reaction is very strong, and then I take a step back and say, oh, okay, maybe I overreacted a little bit. Let me apologize. Let's come back to the table on it. So that is definitely a confirm.
Okay. And I can confirm that too. I think that's definitely true. I would like to, I think, explore like compatible signs and I guess the relationships that you have, friends. It says that the Geminis are most compatible with Aquarius, Aries, Libra, and Leo. And I would like to say about that, things that I've found is just that you have a natural flow with your own sign, because you just, you know, you have the same traits, so it's just easier. And then I found that air signs, which Gemini is an air sign, and fire signs, they flow good together. And I would say, even with us, like if we're on a team, on a project or something like that, because I'm an Aries, and if it's me, you, and I think it's a Leo on our team, if we're working on something together, we naturally just win. And I think it's just because you just have an easy flow with your sign, I think, with fire signs. But do you have any other, like in any of your other extracurricular activities, notice that you flow well with some other people, and then others it may require a bit more work? Like, we all can work with anyone, it's just about the people you don't have a natural flow with, you just have to take that extra step to understand.
Yeah, I do agree that we can tell on our team who works well together and who doesn't, and I think it confirms the things that Gemini has of who I work best with and who I don't.
Yes. And even in friendships and stuff like that, like you and I know one of your best friends is not one of those signs, but I think it takes, you know, and it may take an extra step for y'all to make sure that y'all stay in line. If you, like, you can bond with any sign, but it's just, okay, I love this person, so I'm gonna make sure that I take the extra step to understand, even though we don't just flow naturally together. And she's a Pisces, so I know, like, it just probably would take, because Pisces would flow natural with other water signs. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing for the twin thing. Does your mood change with people in particular from day to day? Like, if you're having a cool, dope conversation with somebody one day, the next day it may just not be the same.
Yes.
Do you have that? Can you explain why, I guess? What's the change? Like, is it just you're in your own head about something and it may just not, like, what do you think?
I think it's more of the perception thing of knowing what they have going on, and I think I'm very aware, like in a what everybody's doing. I'm very observant. I think if I know that they are having a harder day, I might take a step back on what I might say or how I might address them. Whereas if I know that we're having, you know, a good conversation, I might be able to play around with them and joke around more than if I know if they're like, I think I just read people pretty well.
Yeah, and that's a Gemini trait, definitely, to be able to read people. And it's if, you know, if y'all are having a conversation and maybe if they walk up to you and speak, you'll be able to kind of gel with them on whatever it is y'all are talking about. So I think, yeah, that's good. So I guess I want to move to like what the Gemini superpower is. So what I found the Gemini superpower to be in my research, and then I'll say just me being observant of Geminis, what I've noticed to be great about them. So your superpower is your ability to learn really, really fast because you're super smart, and then share it. Like, you love to learn stuff and then share it with other people. So I think that's definitely a great trait to have when it comes to any career, like teaching and things like that, or if you want to be a journalist, so you're out there doing research and, you know, finding out things and then writing it and sharing it with the world. Because also Geminis are ruled by Mercury, which is communication. So if you're ruled by Mercury, you're great at communication in all forms, you know, speaking, writing. You know, you may be able to shoot a text to somebody and it just, you say the right things, I guess, to them. And then the second superpower that I definitely observe is are you cool? Okay. Your manifestation ability. Because the trick with air signs, period, they just naturally, everybody can manifest things, like think it into reality, but naturally air signs have the ability to like visualize and really see what they want, like in their hand, and it appear for them. So I know, like, you are the luckiest. We can be playing something that don't even have to, nothing to do with knowledge or being smart. It's just by chance games, and you win. Yes, bingo. Like, you gonna win a prize on everything. The football game or things that get played at work, like, you're always winning.
Yeah.
And then we had like a team game, and for some reason I was like cleaning up, like I was doing so good, and like I remember our boss like changed the rules in the middle of the game, that, you know, switch the ball to come back to you. Like I just know, you know, you have that ability to just like be lucky and win stuff, or whatever it is that you're wanting somebody, you know, to do, it happens. You're telling me one time about, was it a seat thing at one of your jobs? You wanted a seat?
Oh yeah.
Really bad?
Yeah. We were in the conference room, and I always sit in a certain seat, and I didn't get that seat, and the first thing they did was say, everybody get up and switch seats. And I got my seat.
So like, I think that's like the ultimate thing about manifestation, is wanting something really bad. You can see it, you know, you can envision yourself sitting in your seat, and they said, hey, y'all get up and switch seats, and you were able to get your seat back. But it's a lot of stuff, I think, that happens like that. So I think that's the superpower, definitely, of a Gemini. Some famous Geminis, Tupac, you know,
Yeah.
Tupac is a famous Gemini. He died in 1996, and it's like almost 25 years later, and his presence is still here. Like, the way he spoke and the words that he wrote and the way that he was able to speak them out, like, it still carries on today. So I think a lot of him, Kanye West, and we know that he's very vocal, he's very passionate. No matter what he's talking about, like, you're gonna listen to what he's saying. Who else? I think Johnny Depp, Angelina Jolie. I saw Amy Schumer. She's a comedian.
Yeah.
Prince was a Gemini.
Some Okay.
Yeah. Who else did I see? Oh, Marilyn Monroe. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was a Gemini. So I think those are like some really cool people, and it just shows you that, like the Gemini, when they're able to speak, like the passion hits you right here in your heart chakra. I would say, like, they have that ability to really hit you with what they're saying, and for you to follow. So I think that's great. That's your superpower. So.
Yeah.
Did you always recognize that you have that ability, or it wasn't until later that you realized you can teach someone and switch it up according to how you knew that they would learn it?
I always wanted to be a teacher from being a young girl, and as I've gotten older, I've realized that I have that ability. But I think it's kind of always been there as something that I felt like I was good at.
Yeah.
And then just in my current job and even in previous ones, it's just kind of been able to showcase it that that I can do it.
Yeah. Yep. And I think that's great. And that's even, great with in any job, even if you're not a teacher or a journalist or anything like that, having the ability to learn things quick and then share it, that can take you far in any career. So whatever career that you're doing, it can put you in a leader position if you're able to learn it and then go to someone else and teach it to them, and be patient enough because you enjoy it. So I actually enjoy teaching. So no matter how long it takes, or I'm not going to get frustrated because I enjoy the fact that I'm having to figure you out. If you're looking to get to know yourself a little better, I offer birth chart analysis reporting. It's where I just take your birth information and kind of give you just a deep analysis of yourself, your environment during this lifetime, some of the things you need to look to achieve. So if you're looking to get to know yourself a little better and you want to know how to book that report, the instructions will be up under any video that I drop.